a polling station electoral area
FM 94.7
region national nti nya na ho sisi a wo sisi a so obekọ apato 2024 nti enema mienu a mevansa ka ye nimpa no parliamentary primaries no and a presidential primaries.
Okay.
Ya shasi di hunkomo. Nyame aduma we are hoping and yenim se nyame aduma 31st year we be biano
31st of this month.
Mobile
meeting.
Yes.
Neck meeting.
Yes.
Okay.
Is even already our general secretary go announced that. Neck the steering committee.
We steering committee.
National council training
okay.
In a days and a bit broad base.
Okay.
Agreement on some of the matters. These are the two major
early Congress. You're part of the discussions.
Ayana me obika early ayana mentiase on the yanes obenya appropriate data a bit me aboa mo accommodate two programs early ni late mentiase. First of all, your constitution prescribe time frame also we
Congress
yes also power
and our opposition so
if parliamentary ni we in article 11 and 12 actually provide for facility one also will share the need now we share ni padodo na no omo adwenchira on say the party's mood no medical can already psychologically ankasa no party mood no towards restructuring and reorganization so once it's not complete that will continue to be the party's mood. It will appear as if say incomplete because why internal restructuring now everyone say first gear ba second gear ba third fourth fifth sixth it yaka 7th and 8th no one say wujina onaso a wujina brane no utwumutan that will be the party's mood now psychologically obi e twen and we ground ye can the broad based party members nankasa because about on yedru no unzen ka bia nka koye national level and ka be say oh omo a me fan say largely no omo delegate a account mo pa na constituency executives.
Okay.
But for parliamentary and presidential a polling station executives omo na and I think we are hitting close to about 40,000 polling stations. So if you have 5 polling station executives, it means we are talking about some 200,000 party faithfuls, party delegates who are in anticipation. Pay kind of form. Omomudi and Makwakuno. Yepe. Niasha no matuto. It will share the Quasim the party psychological mood at the moment. Political mood, psychological mood. It is going to be part of the considerations that the data if you consider your MPs are more parliamentary, for them they've made it very clear. Both Omaka, so money unanimously they would rather prefer Senka. May propose July, may propose August. Now this year, because I don't say there are a lot of, especially our district assembly elections. And you will need to have your political leadership at the various constituencies. The system. It is part of the argument a lot of people have also advanced. Now no Kasame can say Nipadona so raise an argument. What is this argument? The argument is that me MPP but reluctantly I need to admit that as it stands now, your president, your BBR, Nanado Danko Kufa, His Excellency, Uncle B. Former President Mahama appears to be say Onona NDC for rally behind. If or no, and indeed, we are political watcher, we will be anim, so no into agree on Kamano. Reluctantly, as a national organizer, I would admit that he is the most marketed political figure aside Nanado, His Excellency the President Oko. He is the most marketed political figure. Why do I say so? He's been vice president before. He's been president before. He's been presidential candidate 2 occasions after being president for Omo. So you cannot take that away from him. Now for the MPP, yebeko na yakwako have yempenimfo a omba bedi animu a omo ye They have not occupy such a position. Former President Mahama occupied. They are now seeking to be flag bearers of the party. First of all, it is going to be fiercely contested. Only Metro. Look, if you have such a known face in the person of former President John Dramani Mahama, now after the new patriotic party per the constitution, we cannot present His Excellency the President again. We will have to go through another elections
and get a new person.
Exactly. Then why don't say the known person? And Adibakwasa reinforce your argument in Okrano is NDC announce omo political calendar towards the presidential and parliamentary primaries. And I think by May 13th.
And almost simultaneously the same day.
Largely, those who are also advancing this argument say, they ask the question, say, are we sure as a political party seeking to do what has never happened politically under the Fourth Republic before? So we are seeking to break the 8. You would have a new face. Are we prepared to leave the field open for NDC presidential candidate largely be Mahama from May up to whenever MPP they are reigning? I'm not sure that we want to leave the field even for a day. How much more leaving it open for him? Because Onyanye candidate Krano, by virtue of the position, former president, former flag Okasa, we are seeking to respond.
Sure.
We are seeking to respond. Enti idea nipa munsuno ema sa argument. Na biem the preparation and the makeup towards any elections. Obi, it is very deep and detailed. For instance, I'm giving you just one example. We have to train our polling station agents. Polling station agents, because Aqua Parliamentary and Presidential, minimum when training crown also training by 5. Five per polling station, because also we need 2 on Parliamentary. No one 2 on presidential. Ebia be who or sorry Aqua Jones or going who ye be Bucharest Nibia when Timia man who do na when you're replacement. It is largely no minimum crowd. And some was saying Ebia or counting agent be or be our share more canvas yaman will be training. Do they find a team of 5 per polling station? Now we have 40.
General share 200,000 people.
You are looking at again another 200,000 plus training your own polling station executive view. So even the preparation core elections, and you will need your candidate and flag bearer to be in place, because yes, our training winning yana. There should be a leader. We are training towards. The arguments need no be a very sound and cogent. Me sure no be informing a decision when
on the 31st.
And MPs normally a very strategic group, and more partnership too. Yeah, as a political party, my idea you cannot. Also siki or madrin and you input until all consult your moi and who be here. The images in Yadoma by next week in the day. Na yetimianya
a take a decision in the after that meeting. No, the roadmap will be clear.
Yes,
moving who date for the elections.
I'm telling you, we must God this year. As I we be crana and why? Because especially if you want to even do some visitation to the constituencies. Okona we engage ma ade omo bisa didabeni
true
about say adwene nyina kwa kugina so ndi ye ntem na eboboa ya ho ni this year I think say ebeboa. And this is the view of a lot of people. Me articulated. There have been a lot of petitions to the head office and people, and even on and even independent people. People they may not be MPP. And I think he articulated similar sentiments.
Look, that was on Monday.
Exactly, Monday. Political watchers. There have been journalists. There are people who can also express their view on these matters. Who have also said, "Look, you know what? In fact, for more journalists, because look, most more interest. Say we mu nyomo de, na we mu nyomo de a. Boa mo djuma no. Yes, into TV we would TV. Na eba se na se ba konkon na okwa emonti no. Obi a viewer more expression. Ma hu say a broad based view of a lot of people say look, omo hwe no mo nye ni hu. Well,
one of the other views in so they say for more as a party I'm a former government, you know, the NDC I opposition is show more the way. Say there comes a time in the life of every political organization you have to take bold decisions and reshuffle when you feel say the times have changed. I will say yenya corresponding change in leadership. Omo to anamo omo minority caucus, changing leadership. I mean, more government, no, reshuffle.
Oh, sir. Needy can reshuffle there. Also, I dream Parliamentary.
Yes.
Let me quickly add, say NDC for reshuffle my parliament. I dream Bonnie.
Reshuffle the NRAD.
No, maybe I dream Bonnie to do. Now, maybe I'll come to that. In fact, I'll make more the real reason. Idea a ties are Jumedi Ejiba. The real reason. Look, people are thinking, say, yeah, Fifi Kwetene, Johnson is doing Ketiana Kwakoyo Made. No, a former president John Dramani Mahama.
How?
Obi, and our journalists now, okay, well, maybe I can admit, maybe our journalists now, you know, I am now tiny intelligence being free every day.
Sure.
I'm telling you,
main intelligence.
And I will explain to you. No, baby. Now, are you aware that before 2020, they were seeking to uproot Haruna? Are you aware of that?
Oh, said that's in common by.
No, in common. Are you aware? Chairman Nketia as General Secretary went to Parliament, conduct even vote, to move vote also, and now who said Haruna could such an overwhelming support. Are you aware of that? Are you aware of that? Call anybody and find out. And because intelligence who are before 2020 elections, no more person could be to Haruna.
Asempa FM 90.
No person be to Haruna. And that time I recall, Ukuja Tumunia day unam war na say Kansamsa.
No, but you cannot make those.
Oh, Missy, I know Trameka's an allegation. I know. I can defend it anyway. You see, you as a journalist, you can treat it as an allegation. It's okay. Mimi, I know. Minim intelligence. When they started it, and no more na Mahama Somu. The Mahama Somu no yes no. And the two sanko for me leadership. Omo ya nyamo ba in, bana enyejuma. So what happened was that General Mosquito had to come to Parliament. Or by a baby engage caucus no movie across Putin to vote. No say, hey, say Haruna no one thing or Parliament penasem. So I will come to the real reason. We can claim the amount. Tamaka no bo me ho will be out no. Oh, eti enye adwen papa. Eno mo dia ye sa reshuffle no. Enye adwen pa. Na Sir, there have been hints. Sir, His Excellency the President. Nti yenyai sa 2 million for mano. Mejidi say ono aso penny abusua penny obehwe and mejidi say bi animu ye bibisa ebitimi epi. But quickly no mbusa there but
General Secretary so ba no ka say as a partner mo anso mo internal research be on the performance of some ministers there. We the report am president.
I ended that General Secretary and President at Edinshemu have a discussion. Your sentiment ni bibiano. General Secretary and Chairman e carry. So
the more ministers be amunim to radio and shadan ko.
Oh yes.
Maka chair president.
Oh yes.
You expect will be 2 1.
Oh nyame adaroma. Yeah, hwe. Say nyame admo bibia be. Ninya 2 minutes say president you see we bibia na o consult. The as a party so no o consult here. To be on man mo dey mun so ania. But no kwasem so ni say yenhu say president so na ne sa ampanifu yi
adwuma.
And this year beka na president so ehunu say we bia we adwuma de bia me de man wo di ne ye pa ma me a I think say bibia si na yen ebesom na ya pema koso na NDC obi me kutaye constitution wa ha na ohe yen the article 14 the parliamentary group about article 14 about clause 2 na was it the election of the leader
Asempa
the deputy
FM
leader, the chief whip,
94.7.
and the deputy chief whip of the parliamentary group shall be done by the National Council.
Sisubio.
The election of the leader, the deputy leader, the chief whip, and the deputy chief whip of the parliamentary group shall be done by the National Council. Yeah, National Council is the second highest decision-making body of the party. And sad to me, and I mean, we say now, we did a lot of WCB. I mean, that argument can be made, but political parties, I would want to believe, say, Minyan cross-checky NDC constitution, but I would want to believe, say, similar provision would be found in Omo. Yena yesai a propose the Speaker of Parliament Noma Kwakoto.
Yeah.
In fact, if just like what happened the last time we saw a nominate you. Obi reasons are chairman say don't get man. Say me submission na me mao the real reason behind the reshuffle na and I be say chairman say don't get here. Sabi obi di intro obi tun futuro we ni.
Adentia.
Reasons or the man. It is not only lame, but a grossly untenable. It doesn't make sense.
How?
Yeah. Nidi can also my internal elections in area.
Asempa
Muye na mu mudumani ekusi parliament na mu se no. Also muye nsachae kakra wo.
Changes kakra.
Nsachae kakra no towards election 2024.
Sure.
Na 2024 mo say nyama miensa
and a bit dominate campaign. Economy. Energy and petroleum issues. And infrastructure. Yeah.
Good. Obi, wow, you senior journalist. Say, as someone see your parliament on economic issues. Na upo be a friend. One first person a friend.
Obeko Finance Committee in Tiato Forsen.
Fantastic.
Ranking member on the Finance Committee. And that's Adongo.
Yeah. Ato Forsen. Obiaji in the position of as ranking member on finance.
No.
Is it not the loudest voice you hear in parliament on the ND side on economic issues? Obi the plaster akobonano.
Dabi.
On kasa ne kasa dada. In fact, are you not so aware say even press conference crampono if it borders on economic issues are Haruna Freno on a be address it. Meboa.
Yes.
It has a ministry. It has a ma chairman as you don't get here can. Say empono sa also would identify no as a critical issue. The economy will be largely discussed in the election 2024 ntino upobi or economic in the DBC one there. Then I am telling of a Sidun Ketia say he should call on the rank and file of the party to vote for Dr. Kwabena Dufo as flag bearer. Nipa no your head no and one moment say money ba because ono dey why finance minister pen why governor pen you can economic issues finance issues ma oya dey pa meboa. If that is anything to go by, yeah, and no first you don't get there, young farmer Kwabena Dufo. Doctor, on our being was a casemu because on also ni nim and niti ebe that ballot box no so that Ghana for being say economic issues and a be very hot on the front burner, you know. Yeah, the Dr. Kwabena Dufo. You know, first of all, that choice no OBNC at to force na no kwan there be okasapa o de pa. Beyond stopping that, he's been given the opportunity to talk and freely express himself any day, any time. So first of all, I reason no mind. Until I make say such an incompetent reason, not the my. But as I said, me we know who the real reason. Then again, offer deputy minority domains here.
Yes, Amakofi Boa, former. Energy
Amakofi bu enya menu mienu pa na amanyosem ye duedue mu aye pekra na wa ha be fi so ni parliament biom
elembele MP
on ezo enchen kra wa yedem on tenenka unhu no on pene ho asem o tra oba parliamentar o tra ni office on kasa o unhu no kra si at unhu no se na o dabe se o pe obi na wa interview no on energy and petroleum issue. Why not be friend first?
No, they say a friend John Janapo.
Yes.
But John Janapo mines and energy ranking member. Amabu a trade ranking on trade.
You see that you are even helping me defeat the reason I hate buy more because you can't be a ranking member on trade. We will say petroleum energy issues. A better debatable. In talk of anaba. Go for anaba no so no. Even in Parliament, and you know, and a ranking member. Look, you can energy and petroleum mission now open this will be after one Fred Janapa, Bawa.
Yeah, Bawa, Edward Bawa.
Yes. So again, that choice, a child say, and some no catch the or bois. You would rather some.
I'm a boy, a former petroleum minister.
Can't say yes, sir. Now, could be one and Casacano. Yamian Queenie. Sebi, and you'll be an epicasa, onim casasa, or you'll be a communicator. On Penowasem, such a gentleman, Shen corner baby. This also pobia, Udia because of Casentino, energy 70 Ibeobia, and if Edward Bauer is being part of their, is one of their foremost communicators, especially on energy and petroleum issues. Then bring Jenapo, who was also a former deputy. So again, Sani argument, and fly.
Asempa FM. 94.
Nah, there's a year Abuja.
Governs Agboja, Kwame Agboja.
Okasapa.
Yeah, ono ye ranking on the road, highways and transport.
Ebia Chi Kasano, and Ebia only fluent home. But Oko TV3, Oko Metro TV, hey, Oko Kasapa, papa. Obiano Ostopino. Obiano Ostopino. It is a Utie and Semna, Chairman, I said, don't get here, Kana. It's neither here nor there. Then it comes again to raise another issue of also Timishe regional balance, what sure. Tribal equation be, sure. No what some religious groups be. Oh, okay, good. Yeah. Haruna, and Muntaka, and this is for an account. Enra, Umuyi Omono, Northern Region Kumokano, Omumiduno, Omia Dagomba for. Into where you Dagomba for me no frim. Dagomba is one of the huge tribal groupings. Where you me frim? Awama in Chechemubiao. If indeed, or say as part of reasons, we consider region tribal nomne constituency ufini baby ufria. Why do you do that? Number one. Number two, Ghana religion is some you know. Yes. In your setup, and Kremofrum, you know,
front bench.
Yes, why you having a film? Why you mutaka film? Are you a Pentecost new? Ahmed Ibrahim, yes,
Pentecost elder.
It were ye, in fact, ye Muslims or Mumin film. How do you film? Dagomba from you know, Muno, Macleomo.
I said, almost a competence.
Miss Abaho, Meba. Now, so far, I must say in a floor. Then I'm coming to competence now, or the
Asempa FM.
In terms of political maturity, political experience, and competence. Obi, this is what the Haruna Jinawa. Nade, at to force in Jinawa. One and Gabi, be very sincere to your listeners.
Ubusame question.
Ubusao. Ubi mi patrol. Say Ode experience when ya national youth organizer. The Bewramu student leadership. No, I think no Nooks president.
Oh yeah, Nooks president.
Nooks president. Haruna. The Bewramu parliament. Was I think twice cabinet minister under President Mills. No a minister under Mahama. No say minister. Yeah. No there be room. What do you me say omumi no mujina hwa. Me patrol Obi. I beg you answer this for me. Why political maturity and experience in parliamentary works? No, why not Kabi?
Let me exercise my right. Not
to right to be also my also be consider
not to answer.
Also consider experience.
That's not get your kind. Not okay.
Consider.
One in the interview,
and I'm also a right to opinion.
I exercise my right to remain silent on this issue.
What? Obi, forcing is good. Nice gentleman. I don't have a problem with nothing. But me a short cramp say force him say Haruna is miles ahead of him. In terms of political experience, LBBM.
The party might have other considerations.
There be can say Anna Makasani Manian has been defeated now. Regions or the Maniano. so far even experience and maturity krampona Haruna. Oh, what are you talking about? Mutaka. Hwe ebiem or say region. Look, so far Ashanti region. The most consistent seat for the NDC seat bay.
Asawase.
Fantastic. Is the heartbeat or the center of Ashanti region.
Sure.
And Asawase.
Sure.
Osha such a from plains and answer to free Kumawu ya. Now ko hwe ejura a tako NDC woni bia ba MPP so obi. I have one enough the panso NDC atena so pen eba na ya atena so 2 times ayekui. Ni wadu bia se aba yen sem pen but largely no ya na wo NDC to him the most consistent seat ni pa what
Asawase.
To also consider region. Now when I was say and now Ashanti region dear Monya odofofro be the Ashanti region. Monya renewed love for Ashanti region. NDC for is there Ashanti region no ba. Oh na bonia NDC for the Ashanti region there. Untimi quantify. Oh na no mo national elections ya Ashanti for won dodo no mo nya afrim.
How?
Kwaku buan ade adwuma kakra o ye no na ma na gye. Kwaku buan eja kwaku frame nya che. Jise kwaku emre. Otuku no ninchi fi Ashanti region. Ye fi no kra. Elvis fi yankra. Ninchi fi Ashanti region. Ye fi no kra. Boja Jemfi Swamini boy. Eba bepe National Youth Organizer. Ye fi no kra. Na venzo mutaka ono da gomba ni abrantia kama ono abetsa kumase na no atibu betama a wetima be seat the heartbeat the heart center of Ashanti region dia mamu consistent na ko yinifiri ho na ba be ka kire se u consider original aya na Ashanti region won tro na ba be dia kire se wonya renewed love because even the person of Ashanti region na ono kuta seat e wa Ashanti region no wagina firi ho no ma then how can you come and tell us when you renewed love for Ashanti region regions or the mining and I'm lame.
But in his argument, there are swing regions in Ghana, which regions determine who eventually wins the election. Bakwe a central region, Bakwe a western region. Western region has not been represented in the leadership for a long time. In the Omodi Amabo Aba from western region, Omodi KCL Aba from central region. Do
you know why that argument is also flawed?
Are they?
It's flawed because we average free hono and then kafako different region. We need flow from voter region. Una de kwame abuja from voter region sabai. So it makes that argument again flawed. Because we need free hono no. And as I di obisa buy. It's now we need free hono. Now regional balance be na also will pay. Because average every voter region, only voter region.
Sure.
Abuja every voter region. It will you vote and the voter be shown man regional balance be na also will no.
No, I said they can the NDC and because of what they get from the voter region, cannot have leadership without
fantastic. So that is why I make I say no we vote if you do you know say Ashanti region voter yeah they ma NDC for
that's the second after voter region.
Exactly. And the northern part of Ghana over the 5 northern regions. 5 northern regions. MP Ben almost said MP Ben almost front leadership.
5 northern regions.
5 northern regions.
That be Ebinim.
So there you go.
Ebinim.
Yes. So you are defeating the people. So the entire 5 northern regions only be room.
That's almost speaker.
Oh, just jai.
I normally speaker.
Yeah, because you're
presumptive leader. John Mahama.
Debbie. Okanesa, you are making a mistake. And you are Kanesa, then you are telling. Yeah, say any ya pike chairman sabunsu ene ya kwako pike etiafa Ashanti region nke hu hia krampo se nke benya general secretary kono so for Ashanti region. No, it doesn't gel. Yes, and cano. The 5 northern regions require 57 constituencies. And 5 northern regions ankasa krano. The composition of tribes women a dorsal,
yeah, that's true.
And don't even say speaker free upper east, upper west. Upper west. Now say presumptively there be a nyan to abenyi no. And so no ebe free savannah.
Yes.
And northern region leader now no honum near in free honum. Wow, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And ninkomo medini nyina no. So for sa religion or some now for tribe now for we nyana totally flawed. Now Obi. Yeah. Former President Mahama okuta adwin bia Haruna ne Muntaka most likely said you are going to support him.
94.7.
Former President in an unlikely event so be president the selfish and a greeder a wonum sisi ane say obeso sa ko 8 years
when nebeko 8 years
former president Mahama say in an unlikely event.
But that's not possible.
Debbie, I'm telling you now. Do you know? Obi na say no. Hey, do you know now what he's planning? What he's planning saying go betimi anya leaders bia. He intends to amend the constitution, number 1 or 2 options, or number 2 go beko Supreme Court because unim ni argument yana say constitution ne kase udi 4 years you have an opportunity to go for re-election. No say I call another 4 years, no the 8 years. In his odi 4 years no. And a space abedem ulusu ye. It onyanko ne 4 years. Into the osaba 4 years he die. Osabe pe 4 years aso nanka 8 years.
No, but say no enye easy say leadership or control.
And that
I mean that
is what I say. That is very difficult. That is the more reason why he feels that open conform dance to the tune. Because first of all, before you succeed, you need your people in parliament to support this cause. That look, let's tell Ghanaians say, 4 years, yeah. Ne tabidi ya mwami ntimi nyene meyi. Nti yenhwe ni amend the constitution no. Obi na count man say.
That is I'm going through the constitution. Me hwese 4-year term that can entrenched provisions then it will defeat the point you are making. So can entrenched provisions just parliament cannot amend it.
It's an entrenched position. But what I'm trying to say is that you will need the support of your people to tell Ghanaians.
Yes.
Say Ghana for already baby I do ni you be here say amend the constitution.
But it will because it will not yield anything because entrenched provision I will say a referendum. How will that happen?
Me see how great and selfish former president can be. You don't know. Me see that idea was mooted and it was not supported. But
Oka say obitima greedy and selfish. That those are not complementary words.
Obi. Because of Obua Mewoma former president. They may yefro. But you see sound common akoso in certain circles. I'm telling you the real reason.
And they want to implement it through.
I'm telling you, former President Mahama will not be satisfied in an unlikely event that he becomes president and 4 years. 4 years, so if former President Mahama leader NDC for Shira will say what be vice president, what be president no also bananka wuja space no edima obi fufuro but pesoba and obi I'm telling you that this discussion is going on in the deeper circles of NDC that how say I was eating by an unlikely event so about cramp na any 4 years in the issue because we are before me government we say we take over we any man we katu oni ati na 4 years baby na woko me wa also do 4 years equal 8 years biasa abem ama by fufraba to say be 4 years akodia he is seeking means finding ways and means constituting teams mo fa dream ben say kwa ben e be fa so say empokra me ba meet me atwum e de akọ 8 years.
Yeah, but that is very I mean I agree say ebiawo intelligence be I mean about that for me is far-fetched.
Obi,
I mean
opa
because
opa let me challenge you. Say former President Mahama oba be on the presidential campaign as part of the campaign message no on country NDC for Ghana for nya say we dey mbedi 4 years o na 4 years na ke we dey mbedi 4 years ba be sesi akirigi ye hwe so betimi akasa asem na opa na cry let me challenge no ene say former president ma catch Ghana for say oh we dey
4 years
4 years na Ghana for mo amoka asem nkotra nchen ene me saba enti momwa me na 4 years pay na meba na me sesi party hwe so betimi akasa asem na obetre fi what to akasa asem no bi da me ka asem trawa obi dey former president Mahama adwin won the tribunal anya adwin pa hwe Ghanaians should question him because nyame no mkweni ba oba no menhu ade a opese obeye bia no why vice president why president pay obi me say opa ene uwe program ya ye course be. I'm telling you, it is part of the reason. Haruna and Mutaka will not support such an idea. It was mooted to them. At the point, 2020, I know Vincent Bianca met me about 2020. Let's find ways, met me, I long me time, no. It is part of one of the reasons. Hey, I can't pay us. Haruna also ne other young guys, no. They also think that look, they have future in the party. At the point, he would also want to lead the party. Honestly, a brand here, he's paid his dues.
Now, still our person lead you a bit melody, and our person just said, "With way no, I ended."
Oh, sir, no, there be some cases. A former president, Mahama, I will hold on because he's a known person.
Yes,
to me, you can't take anything away from him. So Ghanaians must know and question. Say, former president Mahama, 4 years awobano, yam fam mount. Uja, then pa na uja o jubilia. Ka na yama president Akufo-Addo fam mount. Then na uja o. Then na babepe. Because hey, Obi, debe pa na former president Mahama esa basababe. Your legacy, ye hu bibia. Obi, I'm telling you, that is the main reason why. And on wama chairman say doing ketia say, first major decision say pan wa goofy. First major decision.
Wa goofy according to who?
It will say there's a revolt. People from parliament go for Casetiano say Azamana okay. And we do know why our man consulted parliament, you know. Because Makacha say first term, no, right? That was that, yes. They had contacted a lot of the MPs. No pay Haruna. It told him said no, so there is some parliament, some sabe consultation mo bi ma enye adwuma. So let's take the decision near hanging around their neck. And until Oman Makran.
My main kind messages kakra banafi and trust and me did say on sama na opese obedi ho nkomo no waka awie
o me dem cha we dem cha mesa nyam benya mesa je be kra saba we dey say dey ncha o ncha
indina na me hwe Article 290 of the Constitution, about amendment of entrenched provisions. When you look, I'll say this article applies to the amendment of the following provisions of this Constitution, which are in this Constitution referred to as entrenched provisions. Into the Constitution, Articles 1, 2, and 3. Entrenched. So we change the territories of Ghana, Articles 4 and 5, the laws of Ghana, Article 11, fundamental human rights, Chapter 5, and also entrenched. Representation of people, Articles 42, 43, blah, blah, blah. The executive, Chapter 8. The entire Chapter 8, entrenched.
Some catch say entrenched.
Yes, okay.
And so there are processes to.
No, by referendum, no political party worth its salt would even contemplate that. Some people say, "Uko change the constitution, extension." You will not even contemplate it.
Okay.
Because you will lose. Okay. You lose the referendum.
It is part of the reasons why I go find support it. Obviously, no. Enjoy it,
Anyways, my main kind message, and according to Henry Nanabuachi, national organizer of the NPP, but good day, Obi. Never let a wishbone grow where a backbone should be. I will and forever serve my country, unquote. Haruna Idrisu, former minority leader, Enra, the tweet on Twitter. I say, never let a wishbone grow where a backbone should be. I will and forever serve my country. Edifenra me kan wa ha enra o treaty na anchena me hu na me kan o say never let a wishbone grow where a backbone should be. It me person me hu adekwa a wishbone ye den so backbone at least obi any backbone or never let a wishbone grow where a backbone should be. I will forever serve my country. Haruna Idris was kindly asked.
But Obi, again, I'm told that this decision is also not a fake decision, and some people sat somewhere because I'm not some emergency meeting, and
they had a fake meeting yesterday.
Yes, and that was even after the decision had been taken.
Yeah, after
so I'm told that a lot of people are calling for the withdrawal of that decision, and that
what Honorable Mutala said on this show, and I said, who took the decision? Number one, on what platform as a forum being any share take his hard decision. No, if it was fake or neck or why he is calling for the minutes of that meeting. He take into Motala called for that. And maybe if the national leadership is minded that may releases minutes no at the minority caucus. So kindly ask Nanabi why he is so obsessed with this NDC has neglected the Ashanti region thing. As a president, you have about 5,000 appointments to make, and that can take you close to 2 years. So what at all can JM do to avert these injuries caused by this government given 4 years? Regards to Parliament House inside Ghana TVET service, okay, headquarters, Enamru Aba or Kade constituency now the way Aba Obi going by Sedun Ketia's logic that the 2024 general elections will be based on the economy, hence the need to make an economist their leader in parliament. Then the NDC has no business bringing John Mahama as their candidate in 2024, since he is also not an economist, just like Haruna Idrisu. Principles are principles and they should stand by it. Idi Muhayudin and Ediwe Abraying. We say, okay. Good evening, Obi. Please tell Nana B that no MP from the minority side entered parliament with any leading position. And as a leadership position. Although I disagree with the functional executives of my beloved party for not consulting our caucus in parliament, it doesn't mean anybody at all can come and condemn our national executives. The NDC is bigger than any individual. Alfred Kojo Tredels.
Alfred Michel.
Yeah, Alfred Tredels.
Alfred Naninji. Who's the test machine? Who's Naninji?
We say, please tell Nana B to stop the forecasting job he's doing on Asempa FM. They've messed up the economy, and his interest is about winning the next election by not building a solid economic indicators as they met after they won 2016 elections. Ghanaians are reasonable enough to know what they are going through under the nepotistic Akufo-Addo government. Eric J. NDC Bono.
Senators going to well, Senia. The baby or tea, and one is I'll quay then hold church to do
good. Let me continue. We say, Obi, good afternoon. All these brouhaha happening in the NDC is something that has been settled long ago, but it was just a matter of time for it to be executed. Of course, this is the right time for Sedun Ketia and his people to flex their political muscles against the feeble ones. Some of us saw it coming, but who are you to open your mouth? And sitting from afar, I can see danger looming in the NDC. Yaquinta Ewo Ashaiman Edi We Abrain. We so be kindly tell Nanabi that I'm very grateful. He would understand. Fawaz in Amasaman and on the way. But Fawaz, thank you. This one says, Obi, tell my brother Nanabi to heed to the wise counsel of the late Professor John Evans Tamils, Diwufi Asem, James Kwabena Bonfe.
I was on one way, baby, and Yankupon Bonam Pessi Pano. Bonza Bonsamsu to Tinukubi. Oh, Diana, we are and Pessi and anyone who had also crack.
We say, good afternoon, Obi. In law, if you say party or parties, does it refer to a political party? For instance, the parties involved. Again, don't forget that the Constitution makes provision for independent candidates who are not on the ticket of political parties. I think a declaration by the Apex Court shall settle this once and for all. And that's from Kweku Noah. Kweku, I agree with you. If you listen to my argument earlier on, I made similar points. Let's see if the Apex Court will be called upon to do same. We say, it is not for nothing that more than half of the NDC MPs in Parliament have asked the party leadership to rescind their decision. In fact, their senior-most MP, Honorable Cletus Avoka, has described the decision as ill-timed and unstrategic and has asked them to revoke same. Honorable Ibrahim Mutala Mohammed has been swinging from one media house to the other since yesterday, rebuking the party hierarchy. According to Mutala, the decision as contained in the leaked letter is a total disrespect to the minority caucus as they were not consulted. Honorable Neil Antevandapo has equally expressed serious reservations about the shake-up and has asked the Asiedun Ketia-led executive to beat a retreat. To put it mildly, the Tamale South MP was and remains the real target, nothing more. Sir Obama ewo pokwase. Good afternoon, Obi. Please tell Nana B that no amount of mischief, propaganda to divert the pressure and attention of the abysmal performance will wash this snowy morning on the free US and Adeba. And it's morning there. Where was he when
snowy?
Yeah, say snow no.
I didn't say yes, no. Message no the Bagana highway bopa.
Also, where was he when his MPP party did the reshuffle prior to the start of this current parliament? His mischief is dead on arrival. Please tell him to rather concentrate on how they can ask for assistance from the NDC to fix the economic mess they've caused to Mother Ghana. Paul De Suso and Odiwe free Worcester in Massachusetts at the Abba. But on what you did, Monsomo Reshuffle Amoye and Broja Jemfi sent me a copy of a statement. NPP elects leadership of the party's parliamentary group for the 8th parliament. And a honor say Chairman Sabumusu, Alexander Kwame Afenyo King, Frank Anodompre, Idris Wabib, Lydia Seyram Al Hassan. The point is that Monsumu changing Kofobi di be mobile.
Time I hear it was right after the elections we now.
Sure.
Yes. And that is it. It is usually in say 7 a time we.
Yes.
Now I mean majority leader for instance, you maintain no.
Exactly.
But Obi say address for no leadership. That and yet the community minister. That is why I make say you can have good reasons. We know a bad reasons. Where intention intentions are intention bonnet. It's more far more than number 2 to the announcement assassin into Broja Jemfi Broja Momna or Broja de Anemia. So my was some NDC party, Ashanti branch of Mokosu Yanesano, Anemia. Anemia. That's a quite okay and tribute Muchatunuso. Honest or Muchan tribute to Nuso. A man no to tin bro brands on it no. Albujaudas who defend it. Unkofui. But it's okay. Minia, you be careful. Where you belong, they don't like you. What does it?
Nanabi, my nasi. Yeah, best said in Comobio. Why?